Texas Southern isn't the only place where records are being broken. The NCAA transfer portal has hit a record high following the wrap of regular season play. SWAC basketball is also alive and well as teams are still working through their non-conference gauntlets. Some teams are doing well while others are struggling to stay afloat. Stay tuned for all that and more on today's segment of On the Prowl. Welcome to this week's re-edition of On the Prowl, where you can hear about the latest developments in intercollegiate athletics. I am Lauren Robertson.
My name is Cameron Walker.
And I'm Jayon Betties.
Let's jump right into the conversation, shall we?
Let's do it.
According to ESPN College Football, 1,184 NCAA players entered the transfer portal upon the first day of the transfer window. Over 400 more players entered the transfer portal on the first day compared to the last year's 775. JT, Cam, what are y'all thoughts about the most controversial subject in college football?
I would say NIL. I would say NIL and money.
Okay. So you feel like NIL is a driving force of the transfer portal? Like it's about the money, like people are money chasing now?
Oh, yes, that's how I would say it. So I would say if I'm a quarterback and I have about 5 schools I can pick and choose from, I would pick like, oh, this will give me $2 million, this will give me 10. I'm going to go with the 10.
JT?
Oh, yeah, the NIL is definitely a persuasion. It's, with the funding and all the endorsement deals all these players are receiving nowadays, it's definitely a huge motivational factor for them to choosing their university.
Well, it's great to hear you all's thoughts about the controversial subject that is the transfer portal. Kim, are you going to lead us into our next?
Yes, another controversial subject in intercollegiate athletics are money games. For those of you unfamiliar with the phrase money games, can be defined as games scheduled for HBCUs with teams from power conferences who want an easy win and are willing to pay for it. The SWAC is no stranger to these games as conference has partnered with the Pac-12 for the Legacy Series.
So how do you all feel about money games? Do you feel like money games are worth the damage to a team's morale and their confidence? Like, is the money worth it?
It definitely can play a factor into it because you have normally HBCUs playing these powerhouse schools, and because of their reputation and compared to HBCU, those are bigger schools. They have bigger players, bigger rosters, so it's definitely a risk factor, I can say, when it comes down to money games for sure.
And I would say you might see a few upsets too.
Ooh.
Because, you know, as a number one team in the nation.
We can also talk about, speaking of upsets, Southern University has had 2 in their non-conference gauntlet over University Las Vegas, where Southern won 85-71, and over Mississippi State, where they almost won by the skin of their teeth, 60-59 over Mississippi State.
The SWAC can definitely hold our own.
The SWAC can most definitely hold our own, baby, okay?
Let's not get it messed up.
Don't get it twisted.
So we're talking about basketball, right?
Yep.
Okay, so over here in Tiger Nation, our men's basketball team is scheduled to participate in the 3rd annual HBCU Challenge, set to be held December 16th through the 17th at Michelob Ultra Arena at Malladay Bay Resort and Casino in Las Vegas. The HBCU Challenge will feature Texas Southern, Jackson State, Howard, and North Carolina A&T.
Texas Southern is scheduled to play North Carolina A&T on Saturday, December 16th. The Tigers will take on the Howard Bison at the following day at 3 o'clock. When asked about the upcoming challenge ahead, Coach Johnny Jones stated, "It's an honor to compete in the 2023 Chris Paul HBCU Challenge once again. Everything from the quality of competition, amenities provided, and national exposure gained from the event was first class." Now, shout out to my boy Zetarius Mortal. That boy dropped a season-high 25 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 steals against Purdue. Unfortunately, we lost to a 67-99 score.
But that's pretty impressive for Zai to put on a show like that. To drop 25 points against the number 1 seed, that's pretty impressive. Now, with that being said, enough about the boys. You can catch the Lady Tigers in action against the Lady Cougs from the University of Houston on December 12th in the Fertitta Center, located on UH's campus. And that brings this week's segment of On the Prowl to a close. Make sure to come back for updates on what's happening in college sports. Once again, I'm Lauren Robertson.
I'm Cameron Walker.
And I'm Jayon Betties. Thank you for tuning in, and y'all have a good night.